we got in one baby buffalo and 2 sables. So she is bonding with her 2 new warthog friends. Gilbert, our giraffe, has been doing amazing. Hi, good morning. Welcome back to the Wildlife Rehab Centre. We've been really busy the last few weeks, never a dull moment. We've received another few patients to our facility. We got in 1 baby buffalo and 2 sables. It's been really interesting to handle them, and so far they've adapted very well to the rehab centre. Petunia, on the other hand, she also had to adapt as we moved her from her friend Sally the warthog in with Lulu so that she can be with her own kind. Hello, Lulu. Hello, Petunia. Hello. So previously we had Petunia with a warthog named Sally, and we started noticing that Petunia is really fond of sucking on the warthog's ear, and in the ideal rehab center we would like to have sort with sort. So as much as Petunia had a lovely friend and she was a friend to Sally the warthog, we try and keep sort by sort just to establish them with their own kind of animals, and this will then hopefully in the future help us to eliminate any potential identity problems. So this little girl that gulps up all of her milk in a few seconds, her name is Ntombi, and she is a little sable. She came to us when she was almost 2 weeks old, and mom could not produce enough milk to sustain her. So this is a very common problem among sable during a drought, and she is a feisty little girl. We love her to bits, and as you can see, she's a very strong drinker. When bottle feeding animals, the ideal way that we would want to go is through bowl feeding or bucket feeding, but that is not always possible. So often these animals, they just stick to a bottle and it's really difficult to integrate them onto a bowl. So what we then do to eliminate the human interaction and the human bond through feeding them physically with a bottle is, instead of calling them by name or with voice, we make sounds with the bottle, either shaking the bottle or clicking the bottle. So when they hear the sound, they associate the sound with feeding time. This is also a way to limit a little bit more of human interaction. They get used to us standing on the other side and there's a structure between them. So Nonna and Sally, they have also been moved into their own enclosure, which they are sharing currently with a bush pig. Bush pig, formerly friends with a porcupine, has now been separated because we've released our porcupine. So she is bonding with her 2 new warthog friends. Sally and Nonna, they have established an amazing bond. You will find them side by side throughout the day. They have a large enclosure all to themselves. So the plan with Henry is we want him to form a bond with our 2 other hippos currently in rehab. It is still a long journey ahead as he is still a bit skittish, but we have now opened the gates so that he has access to his next door neighbors, which will hopefully soon accept him into their little herd. Gilbert, our giraffe, has been doing amazing. He has grown to a level where we can't even cope with him anymore. He still gets milk once a day, and promptly early in the mornings we'll find him waiting right in front of his milk bowl with drool dribbling out of his mouth. Hello. Hello, boy. So Gilbert is currently on 11 liters of milk once a day, and he really likes his milk. So early in the mornings he'll already be waiting for his milk. And recently we've also been noticing that he is trying to steal the hippo's milk. So at 4 o'clock he'll be waiting in front of their milk bowls to try and get a bit of extra milk. But with Gilbert we will feed him up until he's about 1 year old. He's currently 8 months old. So it's still a long while that he can enjoy his milk before we slowly start decreasing it. So with Gilbert, he still has quite some time left in rehab. We will keep him on his milk up until about 1 year old. So we aim to release him hopefully before the end of this year.